So we're back, Jessica Volkman and Alexis Moore, and today we're going to give you an overview of Tumwater, Washington.
Tumwater is part of the Tri-City areas in Thurston County. It's the southernmost little city south of Olympia. We were just arguing over whether Tumwater or Lacey is bigger, and I think Lacey's bigger just because I think the population is bigger, but Tumwater definitely has a lot of state buildings, so there's a lot of people that work in Tumwater but live outside of Tumwater.
Which has been kind of a unique transition because after COVID, what happened is they all kind of started working from home. So some of the state employees have gone back, but there's a lot of buildings sitting empty right now.
Distance from Tumwater to JBLM is about 30 minutes, so it's still definitely commutable for people that are on post. And then also to the airport, it's probably about an hour, just maybe a little under an hour.
Yeah, and then you can also, like we've talked about with other ones, you can still go down to Portland. That's about an hour and a half. I'm going to make that drive this weekend, so I'll report back. But usually it's about an hour and a half. I love food, and we're going to talk about our favorite restaurants. My favorite restaurant in Tumwater is La Patrona. It is a Mexican restaurant. It has an amazing patio. It has live music. So it's got separate spaces for like family area, bar area, and then it has this amazing patio outside.
And for me, it would be Pellegrino's, the Italian restaurant, right near Capitol Way. It's just on the outskirts of Tumwater, but it's still technically in Tumwater, but it's great food. It's kind of funky. There's like several little rooms, so every single part of it feels really intimate, but it's a pretty big restaurant when you add all that space up together.
And I did just notice, I drove by there 2 nights ago, and they have a big patio with lights strung up and stuff outside now too. So summer is fun in Western Washington because it's beautiful outside and there's just lots of patio dining. So it's a great time to like go out to eat at some of these nicer restaurants.
Yeah, Pite's Barn is another one. They have an excellent patio, excellent happy hour menu, tons of fun. It's like a great little spot to like group up with 5-10 people and hang out outside and get some good food going.
And they have a wide variety. Like I think I was expecting it to just be like burgers and fries, and they do. They make a great burger, but they also have like that charcuterie board and those nachos last time we were there. So lots of a huge variety of food there. And I think that we can't mention Tumwater without mentioning Egan's, because Egan's is this little drive-through. It's been around for like 50 years, maybe more. But
best shakes, best
it's one of the best.
It's such a good burger.
It makes everyone's list. So if you ever are talking to people from the Tri-City, this Olympia, Tumwater, Lacey area, Egan's is usually very high on the list for one of the best burgers.
Yeah, you don't have to drive through. You can go in. There's a little diner spot in there. It's really small, but it's cute. It's old school.
They have all the history on the wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we're at shopping, and honestly, Tumwater is not the spot. It's just not. It's not great.
There's like three things.
Okay, if you're in Tumwater, just go to Olympia. It's way better. However, there's a Costco in Tumwater, and there's not one in Olympia. So if you need Costco and you're in Olympia, now you got to go to Tumwater.
Your choices are getting, if you need to get clothing, you're going Costco, Walmart, or Fred Meyer. Yeah. And it is the big Fred Meyer. Yeah, but that's it. There's not a lot of options. It is more of a little small mom pop shop. You'll find some of those sprinkled in, but I feel like it's just very residential.
There's tons of grocery shopping, so it's not like you'll be like stuck out in the middle of nowhere with no food or anything like that. No. It's a small town. There's tons of ways to get, food and
right, but you don't have like your Nordstrom's rack
and all that stuff, but there's no clothing and that type of stuff.
But there's no mall. There's not. You're not like going to go hang out at the mall in Tumwater. It doesn't exist. So when we talk about Tumwater and some of the like noteworthy neighborhoods, I would say one of the most asked about neighborhoods I get is for Tumwater Hill. There's a little bit of historic. There's older homes, but then there's also a new section with some newer homes, and there's even like a part of it that has some like nice apartments in it. So Tumwater Hill is definitely one of those neighborhoods that we get asked about a lot.
Yeah, another one's called The Farm, which is a little bit higher end. It's not necessarily brand new. There's some renos in there that are, redone or whatever, but they're higher end, like 8, 9, up to $1 million.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen anything in there under $750.
It's a really nice community.
And then what else? There's Little Rock area, which that is where you can sometimes still find some land that goes with, so you can get on the outskirts there and get where you might get a little bit of acreage with a home.
Yeah, and then there's tons of new construction in Tumwater, especially around the airport. So if you're thinking about a newer home between 550 and 700, you're probably going to be in that area that's close to the Olympia airport, which is located in Tumwater.
Yeah, I think that there's several builders. I think Rob Rice has some homes over there. Soundbuilt is building over there. So I mean, there's
Century's been there
for a long time.
Yep.
So there's lots of new construction going on over there. So if that's what's really important to you, that's definitely an area to check, because a lot of the other areas don't have as much of that going on.
And then schools. So we're in the Tumwater School District, which is the same city name as the school district name. And then we have Tumwater High School, Black Hills High School, and then Cascadia.
Right. And then the other thing that they do have, and it's not just limited to kids that are zoned in Tumwater School District, but there is this place called the New Market Center. And it is a super cool thing. I know people from Lacey and Olympia that their kids drive to the New Market Center. It's basically a program that kids that are in high school can choose to be part of. They have 12, I think it's 12 different like professional and trade tracks that you can do. So when you graduate from high school, you're graduating with a mastered trade. So I know that you can go for like some like CNA nursing stuff. You can go for pet care stuff, for like grooming. There's like all sorts of different options. So that's pretty cool. So as far as like middle school, they have like Bush Middle School. They have all these different middle schools and elementary schools. You always just want to check the most recent when you're, especially if you're looking for a house and that's important to you, to make sure that you know where you're zoned.
So Tumwater is well known for parks, especially the Tumwater Falls Brewery Park, which is the old Olympia Beer Brewery, which is an amazing little hike. If you haven't been over there, it's well worth going to. You get to walk right up against the river where the fish jump up, and then also down into the falls. It's almost like you're in the middle of it. You can feel the water coming up on your face down at the bottom once you get down there.
It's really, really pretty.
The bridge goes over the river, and there's tons of spots for taking photos.
I was gonna say, lots of people do family pictures there.
You'll see people taking their pictures out there, because it's just one of those great spots.
Yeah, and there's a lot of parks over there. Is it Pioneer Park, the one that has the really great playground at it? My kids love going to that place. They're always like, can we go to that one? And I'm like, I just have to guess, but it's usually that park that they're talking about. So there's lots of great parks. Like I said, it's a lot more residential with parks and like hiking and that kind of thing.
Yep. I've even done some floating down the river. So the Deschutes River is a fun one. If you're going to go inner tubing, just pay attention to where to get in and out, because obviously there's waterfall.
Don't go over the waterfalls. Bad.
Google that before you do it.
That's a 0 stars. So if Tumwater is a place that you want to explore, or you want to buy a home, or you just have questions about, we would love to answer your questions. We live near the area, we're exploring the area, and we always have new recommendations we're wanting to get.
We'd love for you to like and subscribe. And also, if you're thinking about the Thurston County area, check out Lacey and Olympia. We have both of those videos.